Hang on, I'm gonna fix my camera. Hmm. I did all this before I started streaming, but here we are. Yeah, I forgot to unmute as well, but I think you should be able to hear me now. Nope, that's not it. Whatever. Whatever. Hi everyone. Hi Wheels. Hi Chris. Hi Razor. Welcome in. How is everyone? I hope you're having a good Monday. That's a very old picture. You endure. Thank you so much for the resub. 58 months. Wow. Girl. I realized the other day I've been streaming for a long time. I say that as someone who's obviously taken a long break, but it's a long time. I was looking through I always check when Facebook gives you that notification that you have like memories from that day like years ago. And Pride in my area was on this day like 7 or 8 years ago, and I went in drag. And so I realized I don't know why I always feel like I've only been doing drag for like 5 years, but it's closer to like 7 or 8 now, which doesn't compute in my head. But here we are. And I'm finally feeling well enough to do some streaming. It sucks because there's this like pattern where I have a home health nurse that comes to help me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so those are also the days, coincidentally, that I get to take a shower. So I have this big old dressing on my back. I can't get it wet, but when I know the nurse is coming, I can take a shower like half an hour beforehand so that I'm not sitting with a wet dressing for more than that. So typically it's a Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday that I feel like streaming because I feel like I look scuzzy otherwise. um Truly, Razor, it doesn't like, we joke, but I don't know. I feel bad now for all the times that I've like roasted other people who were older than me for talking about how young they felt because I get it now. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. 3 stream streak, Chris. I appreciate that. Hi, Andy. Welcome in. What was I saying? Oh, so it's usually like a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday that I feel like streaming because I get to bathe those days, which is nice. But one, taking a shower is still, it wears me out. Um, One of the things that I'm really struggling with now is I lost so much strength and so much of my like endurance doing anything while I was in the hospital. So it takes a lot out of me to do even simple like showers are tough because there's a lot of like anything that where I'm putting my arms up over my head. It messes with my like blood flow. My blood pressure used to be really wonky. Now it's my heart rate. My resting heart rate is like 140 now, which is very high. It's like scary high. 140 is like what a lot of people hit when they are exercising, and I often am just sitting there at that number. Um, so I always end up feeling tired afterwards. I take medication. There's a pain medication I take before I because the stressing change is painful, and that kind of makes me tired. And those are often the days because the nurse also will help me, like if I need to call my PCP or I need to call the pharmacy, because if there's one thing I'm learning, it's that my PCP and my pharmacy do not communicate. I don't think there's been a single time that I've called in a refill for one of my prescriptions, and I'm on like 13 different medications right now. I don't think there's been a single time I've called one in where I've gotten what I asked for. It's always either the pharmacy says they never got it from the PCP, or they said that they did get it, but that because I'm on Maine Care, which is like Maine's state Medicare, um, they'll be like, oh, Maine Care won't cover it. So I'm learning very quickly how frustrating that is. I, and this is not good, and I don't recommend doing this if you have any option, but I'm supposed to be on insulin. I'm supposed to be taking insulin like four times a day. I have 2 different insulins. One's short acting and one is long acting. I take the long acting in the morning and at night, and I'm supposed to take the short acting with each meal and at bedtime. I haven't taken insulin in 2 weeks because I only have 4 needles left. And every time I've tried to call and get the needles refilled, either the PCP or the pharmacy, there's been an issue. Right now, the issue apparently is however they wrote the prescription, they didn't write it in a way that explained how many needles I use. So they're single use needles. I use, when I'm taking insulin like I'm supposed to, between 4 and 6 a day, depending on how high my blood sugar is. I don't have to take the short acting one at bedtime if it's not above a certain point. The prescription, however it was communicated and however it works, I don't know. What the pharmacy got was that I use 1 needle a day. So they're saying that they can't bill Maine Care for another box of these needles until July 25th, which is almost a whole month away from now. So I haven't taken insulin in 2 weeks because I have 4 needles left and I'm saving them for if my sugar goes so high that it's like dangerous or. So silver lining, good news, I've been able to manage my blood sugar for that long without using the insulin, which is, I guess, technically good, but it's also shitty that I've had to. I know, and I talk to the same person every time I call the PCP. I don't know if she's the only one who answers the phone or she's the only one who does refills, maybe. I don't know. But we're tight. They will say that they've sent the refill or the prescription with a certain number of refills, and then the pharmacy will say, nope, there are no refills. So I don't know if it's just the pharmacy I'm using. I use Hannaford. I didn't think that'd be a problem. but I'm wondering if maybe I just switch pharmacies or what. But it's been very frustrating. But again, like I guess I'm fortunate in the sense that I don't know what I would have done if I had to have used all those needles. I have 4 left. If I had 0 and my sugar was super high, I'm not sure what I would do other than maybe go to the hospital because I don't know where else I can, and I can't afford any of these prescriptions out of pocket, obviously, because healthcare. Um, all that to say, usually once I'm through all of that, the dressing change, the medication, being sleepy, the shower, um, and then if I have to deal with like the pharmacy or my PCP that day, I by the end of all that don't usually feel like streaming anymore. I've actually thought about that, Razor. I was like, I probably should go through that because I haven't been. Well, that's not true. I went through it a couple weeks ago, I think. Um, but the things that are important to me have changed a lot since the last time anybody bought something from that Throne wish list. So I go through a lot of protein shakes. I think those are on there. I drink probably a protein shake every day, um, just to make sure because when you're healing, protein's really important. And I'm not eating probably as much as I should, just because I'm not as hungry. I lost a lot of weight. I think we talked about this. Um, I lost like 80 or 90 pounds while I was um, in the hospital, which is not as fierce as it sounds. I thought that at least that would be maybe like a little bonus, a nice little consolation prize for all the hassle I went through being there. That at least I would be skinny. No, I've never felt less attractive than I do now. And everything's too big on me. Not worth it. I'd rather just be fat and healthy. Chewy has insulin needles. Is that something you can use? I'm not sure. It's a specific. Let me grab. They're a specific like size, and they screw onto my insulin pen. I don't know why I grabbed the box. There's no needles in here, but they are 31G, 8 millimeter, whatever that means. So I'm not sure. Not the optimal weight loss, but no, not at all. And everything I lost was muscle, so I'm still fat. I'm still like flabby. I just don't have the strength to hold myself up for long anymore, which fucking sucks. So, but I'm alive, so I guess, you know, there's that. I have become a little bit more morbid. So sorry. I think that's just how I deal with shit. But other than that, things have been okay. The weekend was kind of rough. I've had a really hard time. I don't really know how to describe it. I've tried to explain to my sister because she's been like concerned, but I just been really sad. Like I don't know. Hi Shay. Yeah, I mean, I've always been sort of that way, but something about having gone through what I've gone through, I'm like, well, fuck it. Mostly because I don't think I know how to really talk about it in a way that doesn't make people uncomfortable. But um, I cry like every day now, and I don't know. It's so frustrating because I'm gonna do it again. I see people, and you see people like on social media or regular media who have been through terrible, terrible. It's worse than the things I've been through. Like I'm keenly aware of the fact that like as bad as what I'm going through and what I went through was, that it could have been so much worse. There were people I met in the hospital who had it so much worse. But you see people like that and they've gone through something and they have like come out the other side and they're happy. They've like accepted or made peace with it, what happened to them. and they're kind of like thriving now. And I feel like that's not gonna ever happen for me. I don't know. It just I want to. I want to be like the good soldier and put on a brave face and all that, but like I feel like every day I find something else that I can't do yet, or something I can't do as much. Like I was playing Overwatch, I don't know, a few days ago with Maddie, who I haven't talked to in a long time, and it was great to see her, or well, talk to her. And I could only make it through like 2 or 3 matches before I had to go take a break. I already feel like my back is getting sore just sitting here. And I know that that stuff's going to come in time. There's like objective, logical brain, and then there's like the heart. So I know logically, like, I'm going to heal. I'm going to get better. I'm healing so well that I don't think I'm going to need skin grafts anymore, which is exciting because I thought I was going to have to go through several rounds of skin grafts. But there's still this like emotional brain that's like, yeah, but you can't do XYZ. You can't touch your own feet anymore. Like, I've got some issues with my toes right now. Um, I can't change the dressings on my toes myself. I have to have someone do it for me. Um, Last night, every once in a while, because again, I have my dressing changes done Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, Sometimes it's only happened a couple times, but on Mondays or Sunday night, because it's an extra day, usually I only go like 2 days, but because over the weekend I go an extra day, sometimes by Monday my dressing has started to leak because it's become too saturated. I can't do anything about that myself because it's on my back where I've never even laid eyes on this wound myself except through pictures. Hi, Gabe. Um, I like that idea. A lot of people have suggested something similar, and I probably should be better, like a brag book almost. Um, I forgot what I was saying again. um, I don't know. It's just so I can't fix that myself. So I had to go wake my sister up, knowing that she had to work early this morning. She gets up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. But I had to go wake her up and have her come help like reinforce, basically slap some more. Um, it's called ABD. It's a absorbent dressing, and she taped it on. But I couldn't do that myself. Um, and before I went into the hospital, many of you know, I was pretty much like on my own all the time. I was living alone. I was taking care of myself, pretty self-sufficient. Might not have been like thriving on all fronts, but I certainly wasn't as dependent. And my family's been great. Nobody has made me feel guilty or bad about asking for help, but I still feel bad. Um, and I still struggle with accepting that this has even happened. And it's been 9 months at this point. um, so that's where I'm at, is like, I don't know. I'm good today, but there are days, and sometimes they come 2 or 3 days in a row where I don't feel good about it. And I don't stream those days either because I don't feel like I don't really even want to. Like I don't really even want to be around myself those days. So I don't expect other people to either. So I don't know. It's just like I said, I know objectively that I'm gonna be okay. And so many people go through something similar and don't make it. And I'm very lucky that I did. And there's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of, I don't know. You know, I'm going to Pride this weekend and I've always been in the parade and I can't walk that far anymore. And it's little stuff. It's like, it's not the end of the world to not be in the parade. Like, but it's just another reminder of those things that Andy, thank you so much. I didn't even know that that was on there. Andy just bought me jerky meat sticks from jerky.com. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Um, is there anything we use? Not really, Razor. You've all been great. I've said from the beginning, and um, one of the first things I remember my sister saying when I woke up. Um, that's right. Can't walk that far yet. Um, and honestly, I probably could, but I would be so wiped out that I wouldn't be able to do any of the rest of the festival. I'd probably have to go home right after the parade. So, and I don't want to do that. I want to take pictures of people, and I want to, you know, it'll be good for me to get out and be around people. Um, one of the first things I remember my sister saying was that she calls my Twitch people, that that she'd been in touch with Schwill and with Andy and, you know, some of you, and that I've talked about this a few times, that you all have shown up for me even before all has happened, but um, particularly during that time, when some of the people that I wasn't expecting to kind of bail on me really did. Um, and that's why one of the reasons I was upset today. One of those Facebook memory things was that year at Pride. Apparently, Jared went with me, and he had posted this really sweet message um, about an interaction he saw with me and a kid. And the kid came up to me and thanked me for showing up in drag because it made them feel like they could, for one day out of the year, dress how they wanted and present themselves how they wanted to the world and not feel like they were going to be judged or treated unfairly for it. And I said, well, that's the point. And he posted this really sweet message about that. And it's frustrating that despite some of those moments where, you know, he was really good, he really let me down when I'll be right back. So sorry. Emery, thank you for the follow. I forgot that I don't have it set to automatically unmute me when I change scenes. Um, and I said thank you, Razor. That was very sweet. Um, and one of the reasons I feel guilty complaining or whining is because I know that I do have a lot to be grateful for, and that I there were so many people who offered to come visit or offered to bring me things or send me things. The number of people who offered to like DoorDash food to the hospital for me. People who donated. We set up a spot fund, and I've just started dipping into that to pay my bills. So thank you. Um, so I know I'm super lucky, and that there's so many people who wouldn't have had the family I do and the friends that I do. Um, so let's snooze the ad for now. Doesn't feel like the right time for an ad, you know? Um, so I don't know. I didn't mean for this to be like a vent session. I really did just want to play Overwatch, but um, like I said, I've just the last few days have been, and it's harder I think on those days to remember. Like I had to relearn how to eat food and drink water. I couldn't drink water because the muscles that protected my apparently when you swallow, there's a muscle that like blocks off your airway so that you don't aspirate it and breathe in the water into your lungs. And mine was really weak, so I couldn't swallow anything. I was on like thickened water and stuff. Don't recommend. Um, but there was a time when I had to like relearn how to eat or relearn how to walk and all that. And you know, where I'm at now is where I was like dreaming of being then, and where I will be someday is where I dream of being now. But some days that's just harder to. It's harder to be okay with that and just be patient. So I don't know. Yeah, it's not the time for an ad. I did re-enable pre-roll ads so that you wouldn't I think get as many ads during the stream. We'll see how that plans out, but yeah, I was on for about a month or two I was on like a puree diet, and they thickened my all my drinks to nectar thickness, which is not pleasant. Not that Shay. Yeah, absolutely, Raven. And hello, good to see you. So it's just like a different reality. I have my stuff is all in a storage unit still, and I've really struggled with like I have my old bed. We bought this bed for when I moved in here because the bed I had in my apartment was a king size bed and wouldn't fit in here. But I still have it. I still have the bed frame that I think it was Mudkip bought off of my wish list. All my furniture, everything that was in my like kitchen, all of our like everything that I owned, other than some of the like basics here, my clothes mostly, is in that storage unit, and I'm paying every month for it. But I'm like, do I hold on to that? Do I think I'll be healthy enough to live by myself soon enough that it makes sense to keep that stuff, or should I just like accept that I'm probably going to be here with my sister for longer than I probably intended, and maybe let some of that stuff go? Um, Most of my drag stuff is there. My makeup is here. So we do still have the makeup. They saved this wig. And in my closet, I've got that big foam rainbow wig, but all of my clothes and stuff, my boobs, everything that was in that closet basically is in the storage unit. So yeah, it's hard, Andy, isn't it? Like I'm not particularly like emotionally attached to it. The bed frame kind of because it was a gift. And I really appreciated that because I was sleeping on the floor. Um, but like the couch, and we had like a big overstuffed chair. I'm not attached to those things, but getting rid of it feels like I'm accepting that it's not going to happen anytime soon, and that feels bad. I don't know. I know, the boobs. They didn't think to save my boobs. Wild. But that's okay because most of that stuff I wouldn't be able to wear right now anyway. I also have, in addition to the wound, because the wound, um, I don't want to get too specific or too graphic, but it goes all the way down. So they gave me a colostomy as well, which basically they reroute your colon into a bag instead of going out your rectum. Um, and where mine happens to be is right pretty much where I normally would wear pants. So I found this skirt. It's a tutu. And I had to exchange it because the first one I got was too big. But it's just got like a stretchy elastic waistband, and I can wear it up above where my ostomy is. So I can wear that. And that way I have access if I need it. And that way it doesn't put any like undue pressure on the my wound. But yeah, it sucks. God, it's true. So that's where I'm at. It's every day it feels like it's something different. I've got 3 boxes underneath my desk full of medical supplies, and I had to get rid of my I had to move my TV into the living room so that we could make room for my desk in here. But um, there's like a little stand here. That's full of medical supplies as well. And that's our new normal. And like I said, it's just harder some days than others to accept that and be okay with it, and to then turn around and try to put on like a decent like stream for people. So I want to stream more. I have the time. It's just a matter of feeling up to it. So hopefully days like this will be more common. But there will be days where I just can't. There are days where I can't get up. Like I said, my blood pressure does some weird things sometimes. So I'm on this medication to keep my blood pressure up, and they wanted me to try taking a decreased dose of it. And it's fine most of the time, but sometimes if I stand up too fast, I start to get dizzy and everything starts to go dark, like I'm gonna pass out. So there are days where that happens all the time, and then there are days where I'm totally fine. Like today, I feel pretty good. I could walk around. I still feel my wound, but it doesn't feel like it's stopping me from doing anything. So it's just going to be a matter of what kind of day are we having. And hopefully, like I said, we'll have more good days than bad, because that's what we deserve. And that's what happened on Glee, exactly. So let's play some Overwatch. I was at a little Overwatch tournament this last weekend. Did not go great. Not the wait time. Why do I have to wait to get logged in? Hello? So I was an alternate. A lovely first alternate, because this was a tournament full of queer people and they had too many support bans. So I was the alternate, and they needed an alternate on the very first match because someone was late. So I got pulled onto a team to play DPS of all things in a stadium tournament. I have not played stadium since before I was hospitalized. And I wasn't playing DPS when I was playing Stadium. So it didn't go great. I played May because that's who I felt like I could like figure out. Also, is the stream quality okay? I changed my settings, so we're streaming in 2K now. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm hoping it means that you've noticed a considerable increase in quality. Quality is great. Love that. Love that. Did like Diablo or some game release a new update? There we go. 28. Yeah. Yeah, because I have my PC can handle it, I think, and I think my internet can handle it now, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference on stream itself. I'm hoping where it'll make a difference is in my clips, that my clips will be juicy. Not juicy. You know what I mean. Well, then you're not going to notice shit. So sorry. So sorry. But to anybody else, maybe you will. Girl, let me in. This has all changed since the last time I was playing this game. Let me know how the audio is too. I tweaked some of it, but I think it should be good. But y'all know, if it can be broken, I will break it. And I've just been playing like regular competitive. Moira got buffed. Get excited. She got a buff. Everybody's playing her on Stadium now. Cafe latte premier protein drinks, but over ice. I haven't tried them with ice. I do drink the premier protein, and I like the cafe latte as well. If you like the cafe latte, they have. I've only ever been able to find them on Amazon, but they do have. It's called like the coffee house line, and I've only seen two flavors. One of them is a mocha, and the other one is caramel macchiato, and they're both so good. I just ordered some more, and they have like a decadent dessert line or something like that. I locked in first, Butter Dog. Don't do it. Hi Sly, welcome in. But yeah, I really like the Premier Protein. And I ordered the ones I got were I'm not even paying attention. Whatever, I don't care. White chocolate raspberry, I think was the flavor I got. Very fierce. That's exciting, Razor. Is this still like public sector? Or are we pivoting? We gotta hope we get Moira first. A level 252 Moira? Well, you need to practice with somebody else anyway. I don't... That's not good for you. You'll be alright. I'll have to try them with ice, though. I had, when I was in the hospital, they would mix them with... I had this, like, protein, sugar-free ice cream. And they made, like, a little... It was already, like, a shake, but it was, like, a thicker milkshake. And that was pretty good. But those ice cream things are so expensive. I looked online. They're, like, $5 a piece, and it's those little, like, cups. No, thank you. Working for the state. Oh, love that. Congratulations. Because you were commuting like one day a month, or was it, or a week? And it was like a pretty long commute, wasn't it? Why was she just standing there? Oh. Wait, do we have a Tracer Scion? Shion? Is that what we're dealing with right now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh! This Reinhardt is so annoying. Oh, no! Well. Two days a week? Oh, screw that. Yeah, exactly, Sly. Like, I get, like, the pre-made shakes that come in the little bottles, or the, like, oh. Or, like, the little boxes. I could get, like, a tub of protein powder, and that would be cheaper, but I know myself well enough to know I'm not gonna take the time to make a shake. I know it doesn't take long, but I just know. What are we doing? What are we doing? So for me, it's worth the convenience, because no! How long it took us to get that Reinhardt killed in the first place? Oh, I knew he was gonna do that. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not sure the Shion Tracer combo is what we need to be doing. I feel like most people who play Shion used to play Tracer. Can y'all stop just standing there taking damage? That'd be really fierce. Ooh, I want that Genji. Ooh, I want that Genji. I'm hungry. Okay. That was a good ult. Yeah, I hear you, Sly. It's like a systemic thing. Like, it's the same thing. Like, healthy food is harder to afford for a lot of us than, you know, the stuff that isn't as good for us. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Mostly greed. Like, why are we all playing up there? Girl. Ah! Get back. Did they just shatter each other? Okay. We'll take that. 2 times. Docking. I feel like this Xion is always low health. Razor wouldn't know anything about that. Tops, that is. Oh, he just... So that must have been a dash, not the ult. Oh, don't mind if I just zip on over this way. Oh! Girl, why are you You're a Moira main. You should have known not to follow that orb. I just know if I try to ult again, I'm gonna get shattered. Ha! Yes. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Most heals on our team. As a switch, I can count for half of the topping. I feel like it's never 50-50. In my, albeit limited experience. Not that Razor. Good job, Butterdog. I knew you could do it. Hi, Doxy. How are you, friend? Did you move? You moved, didn't you? I think last time we talked you were getting ready to move. Still getting fit on the top side. Gotcha.
Did you know that certain centipedes kill prey 15 times their size?
I'm having a pretty good day, Doxy. It's been a busy day, but I feel pretty good. 4 weeks. Gotcha. I knew it was soon. That's very exciting. Why are we... Well, I'm not really sure what our team thought we were doing there, but... And of course they're gonna stagger. Like, what's the purpose of that? I know everybody likes to talk shit about tanks, but like... I don't really understand. He's getting lots of kills, but... It just feels like the decisions they're making are... We're never doing a 5-on-5. It's always... We're always at least a guy down. Like... And now the Tracer's gonna die. Hi, Miles. So true. Which I would expect from, you know, quick play, but... This is the silver lobby. We do things differently here, okay? Well. Ooh, 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 ooh. Where did you come from? Honestly, I think that the other support and I are kind of carrying. Oh. Wait, can you hear me? Okay, well I put the orb out there. If you want to go the other way and not get it, that's on you. Shit. No, girl. Yep. Yep. I know, can you imagine if I'd been on open mic this whole time? Talking shit about our tank? Whoops. Oh, can you not? Okay. Not bad. I mean, they started playing better when I started saying that, so... You decide. I'm also ignoring the fact that our tank's name is Krusty Toe. Damn. She wanted me bad. I know, Krusty Toes.
Another turn of fate's wheel. We must keep our enemies from further progress towards their goal.
Oh, the goose is on the loose. Hello. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wow.
Hello.
Hello, I'm streaming.
Oh.
No, you're good. Just don't, like, say my government name. But you're allowed to be on camera. If you want to.
As long as I don't out you for being a spy.
What's that?
As long as I don't out you for being a spy.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone your government name.
Yeah, I'm below my cover.
Are you having fun?
Mm-hmm. I'm dying a lot, but it's not my fault.
Do you feel good?
I feel pretty good, yeah.
Excellent. I love having you.
State of Rhode Island. Girl. Yeah, that's my sister. I have this big envelope from the State of Rhode Island Disability Determination Services. Whatever that is.
Go buy a new shirt.
Is that one of the ones you got at the
It was $3.
Yikes.
What the fuck? I just
It's like falling apart, yeah.
No, the dog did that.
Oh.
He was excited.
Sorry.
So he jumped on my back and I felt it. I was like, oh no, I feel like that just ripped. Listen,
Well,
I invested $3. I expect it to hold up to such
at
an
least a couple times, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Rhode Island. And it's in my name, and it's the right address.
I'm surprised you have to ask. We have an enemy in common.
That's weird, right?
I got this. I never get anything from Social Security, so I don't know what is going on. But I saw both and was like, ugh.
The plot thickens. So I have this from the State of Rhode Island Disability Determination Services. My sister has an envelope for her from Social Security in Rhode Island. Well,
It is from Rhode Island.
What is happening?
I don't know. This will be the reason they deny me again.
Oh, I gotta verify for you. I'll bet you. I think mom had to do a big packet like this for Alicia. Alicia did it for herself.
Ugh.
We're writing to you because we need more information about Robert A. Jackson's condition, daily activities, and work history.
Gotta ring it. Maybe don't keep reading that. Hi, dragon. This Winston's really getting on my nerves. Ooh. No queen. Dragon, thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Sorry, I didn't see that. My alerts still don't go off in my ear, so... One more thing I need to fix. Hi, Pug. It's going well. I think we're gonna win. Hi, Baba. Come on, Silver 4. I might need to turn the AC on. Holy. You looking for your ball? Oh, I don't have it. I was just... Sorry.
I will make use of this.
I said the B word and he whipped around. What's your opinion on the new Japan bundle in the shop? Would you be surprised if I told you I don't know what you're talking about and I'll have to go look at it after this? Hmm. So we just have to get one little nub of the... Oop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Girl. Love a good nub. I've heard that about you. I'll probably take a quick break after this just so I can open this mail. Because I am really curious now. I've applied for disability. I haven't heard anything from them. But I definitely didn't apply for disability in Rhode Island, so... Haha! Oh, hell yeah. Yep. That was fierce. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I mean, I knew that would happen. Never doubted us for a minute. Damn, that was actually pretty good. I vote for me. As we all should. We'll endorse Butterdog. And we'll endorse Krusty Toe. Yes! Deserved. Maybe we'll get out of silver soon. We may never know. Alright, I'm going to take a quick BRB. But I will be right back. And I'll be able to tell you whether or not I'm a victim of identity theft, maybe. Love you, mean it. Okay. So, true to form, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go deal with this. Basically, what I got, and it must be like a regional thing. So it says like State of Rhode Island office, but it's from the Social Security Administration. So it must be like their regional whatever. It's all the same paperwork I've already filled out for them. So I applied online for disability. And I gave them like my work history. There's this like report where it basically goes through like all the different body parts and you have to explain in detail what functions are limited and how. I've already done all that, but now they've sent me paper forms too. And if I don't get those turned in by a certain date, which is not enough time, of course, then they're going to deny my claim. So anyway, sorry that I streamed for just an hour. We got one game of Overwatch in, but we won, so that's not bad, right? I might try to hop on later. Maybe not stream, but I might hop on Overwatch later. If anybody happens to be around. Yeah, it's so annoying, Dragon. We were talking about this earlier. My PCP and my pharmacy have been really giving me trouble too, so. You want to say hi? Oh, well, kind of. There he is. Hi, bye-bye. Anyway. Thank you again, everybody who came. Thank you for all the resubs. Andy, thank you again for the meat sticks. I did remember to update my address on Throne, so it won't get sent to my old place. Yeah, stay tuned. I do want to keep streaming more, but it's just going to be a matter of how I'm feeling and what kind of day I'm having. So I'm not going to raid either. I just got to get this stuff finished. So I love you all so much. Thank you again for hanging out, and I will see you hopefully very, very soon. We're manifesting. Bye.